to our live. I'm just doing this intro because I know it's going to be awkward if I don't say anything at the beginning. That awkward silence is so weird. But welcome to the live in collaboration with Moreland. Let's get the people in here. Let's get the regulars, the teachers in this live. Join us. It's going to be very informative and also very reflective. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation. Yeah. If you don't know already, my name is Swahle Mkhize and I do content as a teacher based here in China. I'm also a Moreland University graduate. I obtained my Teach Now teacher preparation certificate 2 or 3 years ago. And it's really helped me secure the job that I have now. I've definitely used everything that I've learned while studying in my classroom. So today I'm going to be sharing some reflections from this semester. I hope you guys are here. I think YouTube is just letting people know. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah. Oh, what is this, honey? I need this to go. There we go. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome, my loves. Welcome, Soletu. Welcome, Monica. Welcome, Patience. Yes, my loves. Welcome to all of you. This has been a long time coming. I haven't done a live this month. Did I do a live? I did do one, and then the rest have just been super informative videos. So good to see you too, Zandi. So I thought this is a great conversation to have because we are, if you guys don't know already, I'm in China and we just finished up our second semester. So the months here and the semesters are so opposite, a polar opposite to South Africa. So this is the completion of our second semester and we've just finished up this week. The kids are no longer coming to school and it's just us doing some final cleaning up and stuff like that. So we're going to start again in August. So we are going to be on summer break. And I think this is such a good exercise as teachers to do where you sit down, think about what went well. Either you write it down or you chat about it with a community just like you guys. And I know right now with China, it's so difficult to get a job, guys. I'm literally trying for my sister as well. The market is so saturated, but more than anything, they want experience. They want qualifications. And so I think it's so relevant that Moreland has jumped on board, especially around this time of the month. Right now, they are enrolling, they are open for enrollments. So if you want to level up your qualification, so maybe you have a TEFL and a non-teaching degree, the Teach Now certificate can really amp up your CV, make it stand out, mainly because many international schools do recognize that it's globally certified. So you'll find that the American schools, the UK schools do see the Teach Now preparation certificate as a, very good qualification for their teachers to have. So you can also expand your opportunities in terms of not just kindergartens, but international schools, etc., etc. Another thing that makes it so different from other long distance or distance learning programs is that it does offer a 12-week clinical practice that you can do anywhere in the world. You don't have to go to a specific place. All you need to have is a school that will allow you to do your clinicals, take videos, and you are recording those, making sure that you are getting the points that you want or the points that you're being assessed on. And then you're able to upload that on the system. It's 100% online, fast track program that will really allow you to enroll any time of the year. So it's rolling admission. So right now I feel like it's a good time. Like I said, jobs in China are difficult to get now and you really need to stand out. Your CV needs to stand out more than just how you present yourself, but experience and qualification. So once again, shout out to Moreland University for sponsoring our live. So yeah, my loves, let's get into it. I wanted to chat about 7 things that I feel like, I sat down and I wrote, what did I learn about my teaching and teaching in general, and specifically teaching this kind of grade, okay? Yes, put through your questions. I'm going to answer them. At the end, I will have a Q&A, so I don't want to go off track now. Can I apply with my diploma? Let me quickly answer this one. No, you cannot apply with a diploma, love. You need to have a bachelor's degree. And then with that bachelor's degree, you will have to do an equivalency report that will tell the US or that US university or any US excuse me, any US university, that, what is your GPA? What is your GPA score, right? The one that you got in that South African or non-US university. So you do need a bachelor's degree. Also, getting into enrolling for my PGCE. Yes, do a PGCE, do a Teach Now preparation certificate, do a master's, do something that is more than just a TEFL. It used to be okay. You used to be able to get a job here in China with just your TEFL and your bachelor's degree. Now, honey, it's not enough. It's not enough, okay? So here are 7 lessons that I've learned about myself as a teacher, as well as teaching in China. I feel like I've gotten enough experience to kind of have these kind of reflections. Number 1 is resilience, okay? Resilience in very challenging conditions, all right? This year, I will say, has been one of the tougher years for me when it comes to students' behavior and abilities. And when I say tough, it just means that I had such a big gap between my stronger students and my lower ability students. So it was really, really tough this semester with kind of trying to manage as well as student behavior, because once again, the disparity between very good and poorly behaved was very big. So, finding that common ground, making sure that all my levels are being accommodated, as well as finding and coming up with like strategies to deal with the classroom management was so challenging, guys. I really had to adapt under pressure and realize that, you know what, you need to revisit what you need to do, revise it a bit, change it up a bit, because it's not going to work with this grade. Another thing that was super important that stood out that I saw was something that helped me manage the classroom environment and my students' behavior and abilities was structure and consistency. I cannot tell you how much reward systems, routines, and all these other systems that I have in place in my classroom, how those things ensure that even when there's chaos, when there's, the environment feels a bit chaotic, having those routines really, senses the class and senses the kids. And when you've built that consistency, you really depend on it also as a teacher to be your point of taking a deep breath. Because sometimes it can just be go, 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 go. And 40 minutes can feel like an hour. But when you have those, routines, those transitions, those moments in the classroom where you're like, okay, let's settle down, let's be quiet, let's move into the next activity. That all those things really, really, really helped kind of deal with my mental health as well, not feeling overwhelmed, etc., etc. All right, another one that I want to chat about was collaboration. I really want to commend, obviously they're not going to watch this live, but my homeroom teachers that I work with at my school have been tremendously supportive. They were always ready to step in when the situation got out of hand. If you guys remember clearly, I do work for an international school. However, the kids are more proficient in Chinese. So the majority of the class is Chinese speaking kids. And they do try to they try to cross that line with me sometimes. And I'm by myself in the classroom. So they know like, oh, Miss Ba's cool, Miss Ba's this, Miss Ba's that. They do try to thingy. And so usually I'm able to kind of, guys, let's calm down. But this year, it was just like a lot. There were moments where they were getting out of control. So the homeroom teachers really helped with that because they've been with them for 4 years, and so they know them. The kids respect and know them a lot. And so I've only known them for that year. So obviously they try to test me, but really having that collaboration with your co-teachers or homeroom teachers really does also help, guys, with improving your student management skills, as also figuring out, okay, this is what she's doing, I should do this too. And so I learned a tremendous amount from them, and I really, really, really am so grateful for them. I really can't thank them enough. Obviously they're not going to watch this, but I've already told them face to face as well that, your support this year really helped me a lot. Student behavior, the next one, number 4, student behavior and ability are often very much intertwined. This one is obviously very obvious, or rather, if you've been teaching for a long time, you've seen the patterns and the trends that when your child is, or when one of your students is poorly behaved, they're usually one of or many of the lower ability students. And so when I noticed this, I started to realize, okay, number 1, what can I do to differentiate and support them for their ability in terms of English as well as their behavior, get them kind of on my side. And there were instances where that really came in and, helped me a lot, where I did plan ahead of how I'm going to get these kids to kind of sit well in the classroom, participate, be engaged, not be disruptive, etc., etc. So you need to take that extra time to know your kids and figure out which are the kids that you really need to take that extra time to think about, find ways to help them academically and behavior wise, so that the learning environment is better. But I can't, like, there are many patterns that I picked up this year that I feel like, if I didn't notice the trend or the pattern, I would have had an emotional breakdown, let me tell you. So realizing that, oh, okay, this kid not only behaves poorly, but also struggles with this and this and this. Is there a pattern there? How can I support that child both ways? The next one is I want to really take this one into the next year, but I started doing it now because I realized that they were so rare, the wins. I will say that the previous years working in the school, I had a lot of wins. It'd be, back-to-back wins, kids improving, doing well in scores and exams and results or any other assessments that we're doing, seeing some progress. And for here, and this year, there was less academic success consistently, and there was times where I had to be like, okay, I need to find some small wins that will keep me motivated and, feel like there's some progress. Because when you don't see progress, you kind of feel like you're not doing anything as a teacher. You don't feel like you're being impactful. So I started to look for the smaller wins. For me, my small wins was, a few students that I know struggle with something, completing an activity, writing neatly, sitting well for the 40 minutes, speaking English in the classroom. It was the small things now that never used to really matter, but they did matter. But, you would kind of take them for granted because it was normal for the kids to speak English throughout the class. But with this grade, I really had to find the wins, the small wins. So that kind of kept me going. It was small systems that were successful that I was like, okay, it worked. I'd walk in and be like, okay, guys, this is what we're going to be doing today. Introduce them to something new, start doing it over a few weeks. I can see, okay, it's working. Pat on the back, a kid that I know struggles with activities, and then I create something for them, bring them into the classroom, and I can see that they really are feeling very confident about it. They're doing it well. They might not be doing what the rest of the class is doing, but they are still engaged in something that is taking them to that point. And so that for me was also something I was like, pat on the back. It's not the overall activity, but it's something that is moving the child in the right direction. So when a semester like this for me came about, or this year came about, I realized I had to find the small wins. And so I encourage you, if you feel like, what, my class is really tough, or my grade is really tough, finding those small wins will really keep you motivated. And you'll realize that progress, no matter what it looks like, is a small victory, and that is good enough. Emotional endurance for this job, I think we don't talk about it enough. I had to go through a lot emotionally, and I had to really regulate my emotions, sometimes in front of the kids, but without them seeing what's happening, but talking to myself on the inside, teaching myself some emotional strength. Because once again, I'm the adult, they are the child. They are learning how to regulate their emotions. They are still learning how to deal with their emotions, deal with other kids. In the same breath, it's the responsibility of the parent to kind of help the child to, flow into the mainstream with other kids, and kind of adapt and, respect boundaries and work well with other kids. But, I found that this year I had to do a lot of parenting. And sometimes as teachers, we forget that, not only are you a teacher, but also you are someone who needs to be an example for the kid, because they spend a lot of time with us on how to emotionally regulate yourself, how to calm down, how to develop your boundaries, how you speak to other people. And so I really had to be so intentional. Even when I feel like I'm about to lose my temper, take a deep breath, say what I want to say respectfully, calmly, show them that this is how you express yourself without throwing a tantrum, without raising your voice, obviously there were times where I had to raise my voice because it was getting out of control. But, understanding that I'm not just going to be teaching them English, I'm also teaching them how to be a functional human being in society, So that was a lot. That was I knew that was part of the job, but this year really, really made me exercise that skill, you know? And so I'm super, super grateful for that. And we'll be taking that into the next semester. The last thing I want to chat about is that growth happens in all types of seasons. And for me, this year, growth happened in the most difficult season ever because I really had a lot on my plate. I had a lot that I was doing outside of work and inside of work. And I knew that, okay, I needed to balance it all. But at the same time, I understood that these difficult times are not going to last. And I need to find the gems. What is this season teaching me? And sometimes because you're going through it, I'm tired, I just want to go home. But I started to build some routines, like going to the gym, eating well, moving my body, talking to my colleagues, especially the ones that are dealing with the same things I was going through. Those are the times that I really felt professional growth, mental growth, emotional growth. And then I realized, okay, these are my limits. This is where I'm going to draw the line when it comes to the kids or my colleagues or my mental health. This is my capacity. This is how far I can go, you know? And listening to my body too was so important. There were days where I took just a day off. I was like, listen, today I'm not okay and I can't come in. And I explained it like that. And having a school that understands that really also helps because they knew what they were, you know, putting me in, you know, they know our grade. So, you know, this was, you know, the one thing that I felt like, you know what, in the midst of everything that happened, I really felt like I've grown as a teacher professionally and as a person. And so that for me is a big plus. And I absolutely don't take it for granted. So also, guys, let me know in the comment section as well for you, what has been your lesson learned, growth mentality moment or aha moment or something that you've learned about yourself as a teacher that you feel like others can learn from. Let me go back so I'm not missing any of your comments. Also, just like your sister, I'm a dramatic arts graduate from Wits. Oh my gosh, amazing. I hope you get a job. I hope you get what you're looking for. My sister's also applying in China. It's obviously very, very slow, but also she's looking at positions in, you know, performing arts, working on Disney cruises, Disneyland. So look at those as well. I think that'll be a great opportunity for you because I'm sure you also can sing, dance, act. Honey, you're a triple threat. So I'm sure that you'll get the job that you're looking for. I did respond to this message. My homeroom teacher helped a lot initially until I established rapport with my kids, and now we're about to part ways with your little munchkins. How does your school's policy regarding how does your school's policy regarding student conduct in the classroom, school premises, support teachers, particularly foreign teachers? We definitely have a system in place for, you know, consequences for behavior in the classroom. When it gets out of control, we do give them something called a yellow card, which is like a detention. If the child does something that, you know, is, you know, so bad that the yellow card is not enough, we do have an orange card and a red card system where the orange card, the child's parents get called into school and the child gets, you know, expelled for a day or two, I think. Not expelled, just can't come to school for 2 days. Yeah, expelled for 2 days. And then the red card is like you are released from school, you can't come from school, you can't come to our school anymore, like you're done. The next one, so I do feel like that system does help us because I'm not afraid obviously to dish out those cards, especially when I can see that, you know, this behavior that is the correct consequence, you know. But obviously we can't, there's no other type of punishment that is it, you know. And so we really do depend on it. Suspended, that's the one. Suspended for 2 days, and then the red card is expelled. All right. We play a lot of roles. Hey, I'm truly stronger than I ever thought. Being in my classroom has taught me that I can reach unimaginable heights of patience, and quickly consider my responses. Yeah, that one is so key, Nkule. That one is so key. I used to be very like responsive. Like if something happens, immediately like I respond. Now I literally count to 5, sometimes 10, and just observe, see what this child is doing, assess the situation quickly, and then respond. So that pause has really changed the game for me. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, it really has been such an eye-opening experience. But if anything, guys, I just feel like hi Karen, sorry I didn't say hello. I just feel like as teachers we definitely have a lot on our shoulders, and you know, it's so important to have a community. Hi Tina. A community, a, you know, soundboard, somewhere where you can speak to someone and share how you are feeling, kind of, you know, speak about what's on your chest, let others know what you're going through, because you find that a lot of teachers are also going through something similar. You learn from other teachers, you get some insight, and you realize that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not crazy for feeling what you're feeling. And so I hope these teaching corners have been that for you. They really have been for me. I'm not even gonna lie, I have learned a lot from you guys. You know, reading what you guys share in the comment section, reading what you guys share in other videos that I've posted, has really kind of helped me also approach my classroom in a different way. So yeah, guys, I really don't want to make this video long, because I do feel like a lot of us are going through it. It is that time of the year where we're about to close at school. But I just wanted to kind of share where I'm at. And as I go into this break, I'm definitely going to be pouring back into me, because once again, like I always say, we can't pour from empty cups. As teachers, we need to fill our cups. So I'm going to be going away. I'm going to be taking a little vacation. I'm also going to be training and, you know, working out, doing things that I love, to ensure that I return in the new semester feeling ready, filled up, and excited for the year ahead. I know the kids that I'm going to be teaching next year, they're a great bunch of kids, just like the previous year's kids. It's just obviously different abilities, different, you know, behavior, etc., etc. Londi says, I'm a teacher at kindergarten, and it's been a ride. Being able to regulate my emotions is really important, as you stated. It's a great feeling to know that I'm not crazy for feelings. 100% Londi, you are not the only one. Right, yeah, I'm exhausted. Like, I am exhausted. And you know what's scary is that, you know, some schools are asking teachers to stay for summer camp, stay longer. And you know, that's the tough one. That's the tough one that I really would like for all of us to be on break. Like, because I go on break from Saturday, actually. I don't even know why we're coming on Saturday, but anyway, we got to do what we got to do. But yeah, man, thank you guys for, you know, coming along this journey with me. I'm excited for the next round of grade 4s, and yeah, upwards and onwards. Yo, it's been a long one. But yeah, guys, like I said, I don't want to make this one long. Thank you so much to all of you that have joined this live. Hi, yes, my dear, we all need a break. Ashika, we all need a break. In regards to teaching jobs, I know a lot of you guys will ask about that and have been asking about jobs in China. I will also do my best to make some videos. I'll probably do another one soon about the companies or the agencies that I'm seeing a lot of people are using. But once again, I reiterate this point: skills development, upscale yourself, position yourself with some experience. I understand that right now you're looking for a job to get experience, but there are other ways that you can get teaching experience. You can volunteer at kindergartens in your community. You can go ahead and apply online and teach English online. Those are ways that you can, those are things that you can do in the meantime to prepare yourself for the job that's coming. Because my sister recently had an interview and they did let her know that, listen, we're not taking you because you don't have experience. And so she's immediately gotten kind of had not, what did she do? What am I saying? She started going to kindergartens in Pietermaritzburg near our home and started asking to volunteer there for free. And that's her getting some experience. Obviously, the kindergartens have some parameters, like how many times a week she can come. Parents need to be informed. But this could be a way for you to get some experience and kind of get that experience that they want from you. Online teaching as well, Cambly, italki, all these other online schools that you can apply for. Obviously there you get a salary, and that could also help you to develop some rapport with Chinese kids and some other Asian kids that are on that platform trying to learn English. So yeah, Thank you, my loves. Hi, guys. I'm a teacher at a training center, and unlike public schools, we get public holidays. But I'm already used to it. Enjoy your. Thank you, babes. Thank you, Bridget, for sharing. Absolutely different schools, different environments, but we all are here to do one thing, which is to work. Make a change in those little kids' lives, and also live out our best lives and live our dreams. You know what I mean? So, our loves, thank you so much for watching, all 40 of you. I love you guys so much. I can't tell you enough how grateful I am for this community. I will save this live. I will be seeing you guys soon, and get a good rest. We'll be back in August, back with some content, back with videos, back with lives, and more teaching corner information. All right, I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.